Hello everyone, welcome back to City Skylines. Now in the last episode, you saw that we got a lot of stuff done when it came to getting our farm started and going. So now we just want to take that we've built up, and we just kind of want to expand from there and kind of add in a couple of other layers when it comes to that farming industry. And once we do that, obviously, as you can see right now, so we have this huge demand for industry in our city right now. No real need for residential, little bit, about halfway for commercial. So first thing I want to start on is filling in that demand for industry. Currently right now we have this tiny little industry area over here, and then we have our autumn fields over here, which is leveled up to level 2, which is doing really well. Just to kind of recap on this, I've been playing around with this a little, and I have found out that, so right now we have our silos currently set to empty. Now, even though it's not actually empty, what the game does is that once things get produced from here, they get delivered to the silo. And even though we have it set on empty, goods are still being delivered to here and they're still being filled up. Empty just means that we want to sell these goods that are being stored here. So we produce the goods, store the goods, sell the goods. Now, if you were to take this and you were to put it on fill or balanced, this will actually take goods from outside the map and import them in. Currently right now, we show that we own everything that's in here. If I were to take one of these and say this one, if I were to switch it to either balanced or fill, balanced will make it about 50-50, 50 empty, 50 full, and then fill will fill it up all the way. The only way for it to really do that is it will import stuff from off the map. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to spend my money on something that I'm just going to turn around and sell it anyway. So that's why I've got this set up just like that. The thing that I do want to do though real quick is I want to get rid of that piece of road there. And then I want to add, I'm going to go back in, let's do the one-way industrial road there and then down to there. Because the trucks, once they produce off of here, they turn into here and then it just starts getting backed up and it's a mess and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So we're going to leave this, we'll do this like this. With this being a level 2 industry now, I think, I want to say it unlocked a small, yeah, it did unlock a small barn. So I do want to put, let's see, the barn I want to go, didn't really fit there well. Let's put the barn there. Yeah, we'll put the barn there. Yeah, that works for me. So I'll put the barn there. We'll leave the silos there for now. Now, I believe the trucks will default to going into the barn first rather than the silos, which I'm still completely fine with. I do want to change that to empty. All right, perfect. So we've got plenty of this being manufactured right now. We are currently making a profit of $1,400, which is really good. I've pretty much figured this up. We're making about $20 a ton, I believe. If I, let me pull up my calculator here real quick. The calculator, and let's see, we're doing 70, let's see, we've outputted 88 tons. And we've made 1760 divided by 88. Yeah, $20 a ton. Which, I mean, that's a decent amount. But we want to make more money, right? That's the whole part of the industry piece of this is, we need to make money off of this stuff. So what I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to go to, hang on one second here. There we go. I want to look at a cattle ranch, or animal pasture, I should say. I'm going to turn it into a cattle ranch is what I'm going to end up doing. So we have these small animal pastures, and with these, the animal pastures do need to be placed in the industry area. Now, what I found is that this does not actually necessarily have to be placed into this industrial area. You can actually put it in a new industrial area, and that's what we're going to do. Because what I want to do is I want to use this area for our fields. Because with these, the animal pastures, processing building, let's see, variations require crops to produce farming goods, and animal products processing buildings need to be placed in an industry area. Unlike the field, which is actually a gathering plot that needs to be placed in the industrial area on fertile land. Okay, so this and the fruit fields have to be placed on the fertile land. But some of the supporting structures, such as, or the processing buildings, such as this, supporting structure, processing building, whatever you want to call it, this will need to be just in a different industrial area. And since we already have this tiny little industrial area here, I want to turn this into the area that we need. So I'm going to create a new industrial area. I'm going to have it go here. You know what? Let me do the road first. Oh, let's see. I want to have... First, I want to upgrade these roads. Let's upgrade those. And then let's take this out too. And I want that to go to that. Okay, that can go to there. Okay. And then I need to have... Yeah, I want a dirt road to come... Actually, no. No. No, I want an industrial road to come down this way. And then we'll have a dirt road come straight down the center. Okay. Alright, so that'll work. Oh, now I need to have... Actually, go back to the district. There we go. And then we'll line this whole thing up. Get this filled in. Fill in. Okay, so now we have our spring industrial valley. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. Give me some ideas. What do you think we could probably call this? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. All right, so now the next thing that I want to do is I actually want to create a district on top of this as well. So we'll get rid of the district that was there before. And then in this district, we are going to specialize the farming. We're going to do the farming specialization that we can do with industry. So we have, and this is where it gets to be a little... Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a pain, but, you know, we have our regular districts that we have, and then we can go into the Industrial Specialization tab, select Farming, and now we have this as a Farming Industry District, along with our Industrial Zone, or Industrial District for farming as well. Oh, that was a mouthful. Okay, so what I need to do here is, even though we have this industrial area here, since we created a brand new one, we still have to have this main farmer's building that that needs to come in here. The farm main building. So we'll have that going here. And then if we hit play on the game real quick, all of this will actually end up demolishing, and then these will be replaced with regular other farming industries is what will happen with those. Eventually. Eventually. So what I want to do is I want to add in some small animal pastures in here. And I want to add them in to where they're all of the inputs are on the same road here. Now, I think I can only fit about 4 in there right now because that's all the money that I have. I've got 4. Need to make sure that I've got water down here. Well, We water there. Okay, perfect. All right, so I've got 4 of those. Now, here's the thing, though. In order for these to work, we need to have crops. I actually want cows, Highland cows, and Highland cows. And did this get... It did get changed to industry area info. It got changed to spring farm. I don't want it to be a farm. We're going to call it spring cattle ranch. Because that's what this is going to be. This is going to be a cattle ranch. So we'll have cattle being brought up out here. Now, we do need to bring in, since we need to have crops, we need somewhere to store those crops. So, with that, we want to go into... Crap, I have ran out of money. Of course I've run out of money. Oops, hit the wrong button. Hit 3 on that speed. Increase that a little. I need to be able to get some crops in here, and a small barn is going to cost us 12,000. Yeah, of course it's going to cost us 12,000. Why wouldn't it? This industry has not changed yet. District, regular district, specialization, farming. Okay, apparently I thought I changed that to farming, but I did not. So now we have the little tractor there. So this will end up changing out. And actually, I want to add an industrial road here. And since we have all of this available to us, let's add in a bunch of industry through there. Now, so far as I can tell, this industrial area does not account for the industry demand that you need. And I think the main reason for that is just because of the way the game works. You know, if someone doesn't have the industrial DLC, then they can still utilize the specialization districts as well as using their demand for regular demand. But this gives us some really, really neat buildings down here, though, by switching that to a farming industry. So, you know, you've got the farmhouse here, but then you have, you know, some really neat industrial buildings here, Bread and Beyond. What is this one? Beefcakes, Bread and Beyond, which is a different building, a juice press building, you know, just kind of different buildings to go along with all of this other stuff. And they even utilize some of the resources that we use too. Right, so now that I've got that, I still need a small barn. Gonna have to wait for the money to build back up, but with this is actually already producing what we need. Since it is an area that does not have any crops at all, it's going to import all of its crops. The good thing is that the crops that are being imported are actually being imported from our fields over here. So even though we have this, and you can actually look at the transportation map. It's not going to show it right now, but eventually it will pop up to where something from over here will be delivering goods over to here. So we've got crops going from autumn fields over to spring cattle ranch. So it kind of gives it that nice little supply chain that we want to see. So we'll get a small barn in here in just a second. And then once I'm able to get that in there, we should start seeing our residential demand creep up. And what we'll do is I want to add a little bit more housing into Pleasant Heights. Currently the population over here is 1633, climbing just a little bit. Cresttown is pretty much flatlined here at about 2200, and I think we're going to leave it about there. I think 2200 for a little town is going to be pretty decent. Now, these are waiting for goods. The biggest issue right now with these is that since we don't have any storage on site for these, is that it takes a really long time for the goods to get delivered. So we need to make sure that we add in a place to where we will have the storage of the goods that we're going to need. So crops. So we have to make sure we have crops available all the time. And I want to keep this balanced. Okay, we want to keep it about half full. Now, once this does start to fill up, the trucks that are available for this building will actually start to deliver the goods out to, or the crops out to these pastures. So it makes it really simple. So instead of waiting for crops to be delivered from all the way over here to these, we are now having crops being delivered to our small barn, and then from the small barn into the cattle ranches, which is freaking amazing. Because then this stuff will just get exported out. We won't have to worry about it anymore. Now, a couple other things that I could do, which I might do. I'm not entirely sure yet. Not entirely sure yet. But I could, if I wanted to, I could put a warehouse, just a small warehouse out here. And we could put this stuff into a warehouse and then ship it out. But I don't necessarily want to do that just yet. I want to wait on the warehouses because I want to put the warehouses more either closer to either a central city area, or I want the warehouses to go more towards a hub or cargo hub or something like that. Eventually, I want to get a cargo hub up here or maybe in here somewhere. And get this train line hooked up to it so we can start having goods being exported out through the train lines rather than having them go onto trucks and having them exported out on trucks and causing a lot more traffic. Which, traffic is doing okay right now, but it's going to creep up on us here really quick once our industries start getting a little bit bigger. All right, so I want to look a little bit more into the finances for this. Now, right now, not really making any money. We're actually losing $1,000 right now. We are importing all of our crops. Crops are being used over to the animal products here for the pastures. Now, some of these crops that we are bringing in, we're also exporting. Nothing you can really do to stop that. I've tried to figure it out, but you really can't. I can't do anything about it. I really can't. So, but that's all right. That's fine. Our residential demand is creeping up a little bit on us. So I've got 2224 there, which that's pretty much capped out. I want to make this town just a little bit bigger since it's more off the highway. And this one's a little more not off the highway. So let's add in, oh, I just remembered something. We have, where's it at? Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's at. Post service. Yes. Yes, we now have a postal service. So with 2 tiny towns, you can have 2 tiny post offices. What is this other thing? A post sorting facility? Yeah, we don't really need that right now. So let's add in a postal service there. And then we'll add in another postal service. Let's go, you know what? Let's go right in the middle of town here. Let's go right there. So now we have 2 postal offices. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, I believe, see, a post office offers mail-related services such as acceptance and delivery of letters and parcels. Each post office remains a small fleet of post vans that collect and distribute mail locally. Very nice. Very, very nice. And the post office actually kind of fits in kind of nicely. You know, especially with it being like right here in the industrial area, or not the industrial area, into the commercial area that's right here. Now the other one though, I didn't really put it in a commercial area, but I did put it, yeah, it's a little bit more over here. Ooh, couple things that we also need to look at. Holy crap. I'm really bad at this. I'm really, really bad at services. I don't know why. I just We have no death care in here at all whatsoever. So I need to add that in as well. I think what I'll do is we'll add a cemetery in there for this little town. And then I can add, well, I don't really have room in there now. What if I add a cemetery in here? Yeah, let's go there with the cemetery. Looks like I'm having issues with water now. Oh yeah, ooh, big issues with water. Crap, okay, let's take care of some services real fast. Oh crap, I'm out of money. No, I'm out of money again. Why am I having such a problem with money all of a sudden? I'm telling you, in the test environment that I did this in, I was not having this many issues. I was not. I know we are going to need trash services again, or we're going to need another landfill here in a little while. The other thing we need to look at, and that you need to be careful of too, is even though you have different areas, you still have to pay attention and try and at least level one of them up to a level 5 so that you can really utilize the really utilize all of the buildings that are going to be available. Let's fast forward the game a tad because really, you know what, can we take out another loan? Do we have a loan available? We do have a $60,000 loan available. But I think we're really only going to need 20. Well, now I have money for a water pump is what, 2,500 bucks? Not bad. Alright, I'm actually not going to take the loan out. I think we'll be fine. I don't think I'm really going to have to worry about it. Sewage, I do need to do as well. So we need to add another one of those. Okay. This water over here is getting really, really nasty. Well, at least along here it is. But that's kind of why I left it segregated from the other main body of water. Because I did not want that to get in there. I really didn't. Okay. So we're actually making a pretty decent amount of money right now. Traffic is going to be a very, very interesting thing to do. I think I don't think we have an Old Town policy yet, because it looks like there's a lot of traffic going from here over to here, and they're cutting through the town, and I really don't want them to do that. Schools out, education boost. I think it's under, it might be under city planning. Yeah, I don't have access to that yet. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see for that. I do want to go into policies and do recreation use for the entire city, because I'm a huge advocate of that. I think that everybody should be allowed to do so. It's just my opinion. Moving on. Alright, do we have enough fire coverage over here? Not really. Oh no, I've got a firehouse right there. Never mind, we're okay. Alright, let's add in some residents down here. So I think what I want to do is we'll just have this road come straight out there, straight down to there. And then this is actually going to go, have it come out there and turn. And go to freeform. And then we'll go just along the coastline here a little bit. A little bit more. Just like that. And I actually want that whole thing filled in. Not that whole thing. But I do want that whole thing filled in. And then we'll fill in some residents down here as well. Got that. And then I think that this might be enough for this town. I don't know, we'll see. Once I get all of this in here and it gets built up, we'll see if this is going to end up being enough for what we need. Obviously need water out here. Ooh, crap, I need water out here too. Dang it. I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I'm usually really good at this kind of stuff. But then again, you know, it has been a while since I've played this game. It has been. And to be honest, I don't really have as many hours as what I really thought I did into this game. I only have about 460 hours. But, you know, when you get that many hours into a game, you really learn a lot. You really do. Now, it's not like another game. Oh, hey, Busy Town. Look at that. We have some new policies. We have Old Town Policy. Yes. It's exactly what we need. We need that. No rebuilding, that's new. Forbid rebuilding on lots with destroyed buildings. Lots have to be manually bulldozed to allow rebuilding. Huh. Interesting. I don't know if we'll do that or not. We might end up doing that later for something else, but everyone living in the policy area must switch to an electric car if they own any cars. Costs 2 cents a vehicle. Huh. Ooh, Workers' Union, that's new. Workers' Union has a strong presence in the city. Provides workers with better benefits, increases their morale, but also reduces the income tax. Slightly increased adult citizens, reduced residential income tax by 2%. Huh. We're really going to need to look into that, that's for sure. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Well, now that we have Old Town Policy, I definitely want to get that in place. Let's go into Crest Town Policies and City Planning. Now, what Old Town Policy does is that only residents and businesses can use the area for motor traffic. Any other motor traffic is banned. So if you want to go from Autumn Fields over to Spring Cattle Ranch, this is not supposed to be Spring Cattle Ranch. Oh yeah, it is Spring Cattle Ranch. Never mind. So if you want to go from Autumn Fields to Spring Cattle Ranch, you have to use the highway. There's no other way to get over there. You can't cut through the town. It annoys me. It really, really annoys me. But we'll really be able to see really kind of how much traffic we are using or utilizing in there. I keep hitting the wrong freaking button to speed up the game. I've got a couple of games that I'm playing right now that it's like you use the tab button to speed the game up, or you'll use something else to speed the game up in it. Oh boy. Anyway. So it looks like we do have a lot of traffic coming through here. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so how are we doing over here with making money? So we actually are making a really good amount of money a week. And that's just by having the 4 in here. So obviously with Cattle Ranch, we want to have more than that. Have we unlocked a medium warehouse already? Did we level up over here? No, we're at a 2. We're at a 1 there. Huh. Guess I don't remember doing that, but okay. Anyway, let's add in 4 more of these. And the reason why that I have all of these on the same road is so that when the crops get delivered, they get delivered pretty much easily to both. You know, rather than all of these being, so one road there and then one road here, it doesn't really necessarily get delivered very well to all of them. I do want to change these, even though this has nothing to do with any of this. I still want it to look like it's a cattle ranch. Because, you know, if we were to go through and have, you know, say pigs here, I mean, pigs don't really belong in a cattle ranch. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. So eventually later on, you know, we'll have like a pig farm, or we'll have, let's see, there's sheep. So a sheep farm, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm talking so much today, but there's so much to talk about. You know, that's the one thing that I'm really, really loving about this DLC, is that there's so much to do and there's so many intricacies with it, you know? All right, so now let's take a look at this, because I want to make sure that we are basically making enough goods that we need to. So we're acquiring 75 tons. So we're producing 75 tons, but we're outputting 82 tons. So we're actually not producing enough. If I look through the silos here, all of them are empty except for that one. And that's empty too. So we actually need more. We need a lot more crops. Okay. And we're also going to need that to level this up as well. So to level up, we've already sold the amount of units that we need to, but we need more workers. And we actually don't need a whole lot more to get to the next level here. So let's do this. Let's add in, I have the money for it, so let's add in some more crops here. Not necessarily want to add it in just to that road. I think I'm going to I've got plenty of space available here. So let's go 3 up. And then I'll take my dirt road to there. Okay, yep, that should work. Should. Let's see. We'll have that and that. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, sometimes the bad thing about this is that, I mean, these are $4,000 a piece, so you can blow through your money very, very quickly. Let's go ahead and stick with wheat on these. Or do I want something different? Do I want... You know what? Actually, let's do... What does corn look like? Let's do corn. Corn looks nice. Corn is very green. Now, the reason why you want to stick to staying on the fertile land is this right here will produce $49.92 per week. And I think that's what all of these will produce. But if you go outside of this area, so if we have, say, something that's kind of like half on, half off, the fertile land, it's not going to produce as much. It won't. And I know that because I've looked at it. All right. Let's get that going. Ah, crap. I forgot the water. Forgot these things need electricity and water in order to function. Hey, look at that. That only took 2 seconds to happen. All right, so that unlocks, for level 3 in Autumn Fields, that unlocks, let's see, efficiency +8, population -20. Following buildings have been unlocked. We have a milk parlor, a medium field, and a medium fruit field. Okay, and a lemonade factory. Don't even get me started on the lemonade factory, because that unique building is going to be a pain to get taken care of. It really, really is. So anyway, this should help. Now that we actually have a barn, I kind of want to get rid of the grain silos. Actually, yeah, I am going to get rid of them. And the reason why I want to get rid of them is because I don't really like them. I mean, I kind of don't. I'll leave one just because, you know, a little bit of aesthetics. You know, I think we'll move it like over here. Just, you know, just to kind of make it look like it belongs. Well, I mean, which it does belong, but that looks a little bit better than just having, you know, 4 of them by itself. Let's see. So we have that. Can we add in... Do we have a larger barn yet? We have a slaughterhouse. We have a large grain silo. We have a small barn. A large barn, we have to be at level 4. And a large grain silo is at level 5. So a large grain silo for storing industry raw materials, storage, yada, yada, yada. Okay, capacity, that's what I wanted. 600,000, and this is 500,000. I'm assuming that's probably like 500 tons. That's what I'm going to assume. So storage, okay, so storage on this is 400 tons. And this says 400,000, so yeah. So really, that's not too much more. No, it's okay. It's all right. All right, so we're gonna have to deal with these for now. I don't think we need to add a whole lot more in, just because with the amount that we're exporting right now, I don't think we need to. Acquisition 130 tons, exporting 103, so I think we're good. I think we'll be completely fine on that. How are we doing over here in this area for the cattle ranch? Cattle ranch, we are producing, it looks like 17 tons. No, we're using 17 tons of the 37 tons here. And we're outputting 32 tons. I mean, we're still outputting a decent amount. Granted, it looks like we just hopped into a new week or something. So, it doesn't look like we're actually making any money right now, but we are making a decent amount of money. Or, you know, we could go into our budget panel and look at what we're making as a whole. So income versus expense, total profits, $2,000, $3,000, very nice. This fluctuates a lot. It really, really does. Just depending on, you know, what the intake is, what the output is. It really just, it fluctuates. See, now we're up to $7,000. So you really just have to kind of be careful of that. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. Oh boy. Wow. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Okay. So I think what I'll end up doing is I will probably end up going through this area. I'll play around with it a little bit and see if I can't get this cleared out. I think this is going to end up being to where I have one-way roads coming through this industry. Yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. Because now that I have it at this old town policy set in, all the traffic has to come out this way. Yeah, I'm really going to have to look at that. Really going to look at that. Okay. All right, so anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Questions, comments, concerns, you guys know what to do. Put it in the comment section down below. Oh my God, this is horrible. If you have any input or anything that you'd like to see here in the city, go ahead and give a shout out down below as well. Anything you want to know about me is in the description down below. You guys can become a patron on Patreon and help support the channel, or you can give a one-time donation through PayPal. All of it is secure and legit. I know some people might be a little leery about that kind of stuff, but trust me, I've been using it for a while and it is perfectly fine. Other than that, that is all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.